How's it going, guys? My aha moment comes in this chapter from page 147, and it talks about the barriers to effective communication. The first one that it talks about is prejudging the communicator or the communication. And it talks specifically about how when you don't like somebody or don't haven't agreed with somebody in the past, you automatically tune out what they have to say. Um, and they use the example of political beliefs or politicians. And I've definitely experienced this. If there's a politician I don't agree with and consistently haven't agreed with, I tune them out and discredit them, which is not good because the book states that you can learn something from everybody. One thing in chapter 6 that I wanted to talk about specifically how I can apply this concept into my life is on page 126, and it talks about control versus problem orientation. Specifically, is that people respond less positively when they feel like they're trying to be controlled. They get defensive. The book suggests how problem orientation is the way to go over control, because problem orientation helps the other person feel like you genuinely care and you're trying to fix the problem. And I feel this is very applicable in life, especially when you're trying to be persuasive. Um, it uses the example of a salesperson. I don't know about you guys, but I've encountered many annoying salespeople who try to coerce me into buying things. And then I've also encountered salesmen who help me identify problems that I have in my life and help me try to fix them. And I think that's the best way to conduct any kind of sale or transaction. The question about social media that says, have you used any defensive behaviors in your social media communication? I think it's funny because recently I've actually had this with some family members whom I disagree with politically. Um, and I usually don't mind having, intelligent political conversation as long as it's intelligent. And I feel like I do have something to learn from the opposing views. But I have a family member who is completely defensive. And it reminded me of we're in a group setting and discussing anything political. They are the defensiveness is the certainty defensiveness. They think that their way is the only way, and they're very intolerant of anybody else's opinions. I think the opposite thing needs to happen is they need to be provisional in order to have intelligent conversation. Politics need to be debated. You need to be exposed to all kinds of ideas. And if you're in a kind of vacuum where you're only getting one kind of political view, then like all your credibility is gone because you don't know the other side of the argument. All you do is watch Fox News and listen to freaking, who am I thinking of? Bill O'Reilly, all those guys, Rush Limbaugh. No hate on them. I'm just saying they're just one side. You need to get both sides.